What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, Gervonta Tank Davis, superstar boxer, and Terence Bud Crawford, superstar boxer, who is a first ballot Hall of Famer, two undefeated fighters, two high-profile fighters in the sport of boxing. And they went back and forth on social media yesterday, as Terence Bud Crawford got wind that Tank Davis went on a rant and threw a tantrum after not being invited to the Ring Magazine Awards in the United Kingdom, hosted by His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh. And Tank Davis, he went in and he said Turki Al-Sheikh is not good for the sport of boxing, so on and so forth, right? And Terence Crawford got wind of that, and Terence Crawford responded and said, somebody is mad and upset they didn't get invited, right? I used to be there. I remember when I wasn't getting invited to stuff and they was Xing me out. Then he stated, but once I got invited, I crashed the party. So Tank Davis responded and said, but I still make more money than you. And Tank Davis is a superstar, no doubt. He's considered one of the faces of the sport of boxing. Gervonta Tank Davis is 30 wins, no loss, no draw, 28 wins by way of knockout. 30 years of age. 5'5" with a 67-inch arm reach. Gervonta Tank Davis, no doubt, is a draw when it comes to selling at the arenas. No doubt, he's entertaining. But it's all due to politics, right? Because when you compare the two, Terence Crawford is extremely exciting in his own right. He has knocked out or stopped the last 11 of his 12 opponents, right? Terence Crawford is undefeated, 4-division champion, 2-division undisputed champion, and the reigning WBA junior middleweight world champion. His last fight with Israel Madrimov ended his streak of stopping 11 or 12 of his last opponents, dating all the way back to 2017, okay? So Terence Crawford has been that guy. He has 41 wins, no loss and no draw, 31 big wins by way of knockout. He has more knockouts than Tank Davis has fights. Take that into consideration, right? He has more knockouts than Tank Davis has fights. Now, Tank Davis, yes, commercial-wise, is a bigger draw, no doubt. But Tank Davis had the co-signing and the backing of Floyd Mayweather, the biggest or one of the biggest entities in the sport of boxing history. Floyd Mayweather, along with Mike Tyson and Muhammad Ali, are the three most polarizing figures to ever grace the sport of boxing. And Floyd Mayweather co-signed Gervonta Tank Davis and introduced Gervonta Tank Davis to the boxing world. He made Gervonta Tank Davis the co-main event to the second biggest fight in boxing history when he fought Conor McGregor, and the fight did 4.2 or 4.3 million pay-per-view buys and grossed in over $200 to $300 million. And Tank Davis was the co-main event. You got to keep in mind that people start to pay attention to the event around that co-main event or the fight right before the co-main event. And Tank Davis is exciting and held his part of the bargain up, right? Terence Crawford did not have that. He didn't have Floyd Mayweather saying that he's the next Floyd Mayweather, right? That's huge, okay? That's a huge assistance. Now, Tank Davis did his part in holding up his end of the bargain and being exciting. But the attention came from Floyd Mayweather speaking for him. It got to the point where people was like, bro, can Tank Davis even speak? Because Floyd Mayweather is doing all the talking for him, right? And people want to hear what Floyd Mayweather has to say, especially in those days. He's a polarizing figure. Today's time, people pay attention, but it's gotten watered down, right? But then, oh, When Floyd Mayweather speaks and does an interview, it's going viral every single time, right? The intrigue, the interest that he garnered was bar none. So he had that assistance. So yes, he makes more money than Terence Crawford until now. Because in his last fight, the last time he did a massive lucrative fight, yes, he's a major draw at the gates. He holds the record at the Barclays Center. He holds the record in, at the MGM Grand, the fifth highest gate, the Barclays Center, the Capital One Arena, for sure. He's a major draw, doing $5 million a gate, averaging. That's huge, right? So that means the people coming out to watch Tank Davis, for sure, because he's exciting. He's a draw. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. That's not debatable. He's a great talent. He's a draw, for sure. But his biggest, most lucrative fight was the fight he did against Ryan Garcia, who is a commercial fighter. Ryan Garcia has a social media presence that no other fighter had. And that boasted his status. But when he fights regular fights, it don't equal that. He did 1.2 million pay-per-view buys, $23 million gate with Ryan Garcia. He didn't do that with Frank Martin. He's not going to do that with Lamont Rose Jr., right? Because you need that dancing partner. Now, Terence Crawford and Errol Spence fight was disappointing, only doing 750,000 pay-per-view buys. I expected it to do more, but it did a $20 million gate. It did 750,000 pay-per-view buys. It was successful, but not this successful. Commercial-wise, Tank Davis is a bigger star, but he doesn't have a better resume. And now, Turki Al-Sheikh, His Excellency, is getting ready to give Terence Crawford the biggest payday of $50 million to fight Canelo Alvarez. That's going to do a gate well over 20 million, and it's going to do well over 1 million pay-per-view buys, and he's going to make well over 50 million. So that's going to top the biggest number that Tank Davis has done. At the end of the day, we just want to see the best fighting the best, period. It's not about the money. It is for their life, their personal life, but it's about your legacy. Let's see the legacy. So let's see how this unfolds and plays out, man, moving forward. That's all I got for y'all. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, or in one word, I'm gone. Peace.